Okay, I wanted to show you how to put parabolas into a graphing calculator and find the vertex that way. So you first go to y equals, and you plug in whatever your quadratic is. So let's say we have 2x squared plus 3x, I don't know, plus 1. And then you go to graph. And sometimes you'll see the parabola and sometimes you won't. So we see it and it's nice. We know that the vertex has to be a minimum here because you see it's the minimum of this parabola. So you go to second, calculate, so second trace, and you go to minimum, option 3. Second calc minimum. So see how it says left bound? Well, you want to move your cursor left until you see that blinking X looking thing on the left side of your vertex. So move it until it's on the left and hit enter. Now it asks for right bound. So you drag that cursor over and keep going until you're to the right of your vertex and hit enter. Now it asks us to guess. So we go to where we think our vertex will be and we hit enter. And so it tells us that our vertex is negative 0.749999, so negative 0.75, negative 3/4. And if you've watched the focus directrix video, that is in fact what it is when we did negative b over 2a. And the y value is negative 1/8, which is negative 0.125. So we found the vertex here. Very simple. So I'm not going to do a whole lot. Sometimes your parabola won't be seen. If you remember from class, that was, I think it was 0.000015 x squared, and I think it was minus 0.03x, and then what was it? Maybe 100? Was it plus 100? Something like that. And when we graph that, we're not going to see anything. And that's because this vertex is nowhere near here. And so what we need to do is hit zoom and then fit, which is all the way down to option 0, or you can just hit 0. And now it'll fit it to the graph. But the problem is it looks like a line. And so there are a couple different things we can do here. We can go to our window and try to adjust our window to make it fit, or we can just zoom out. I recommend zooming out because sometimes that'll get you there quicker. So zoom 3 and then just hit enter. And it's starting to curve a little bit, but it's mostly just a line. So we're going to have to zoom out again. Starting to curve a little bit, but not much. Let's zoom out one more time. See if that shows us what's going on. All right, we can definitely see it starting to curve, but we still don't see a vertex. Let's go ahead and zoom out one more time. And now we have it. Now we have a distinct curve. We know our vertex is like right around there. So I'm going to go to second, calculate, minimum, because this is a minimum value, left bound. I just got to move my cursor to where it's the left of the vertex. There it is. That's to the left. Hit enter. Move my cursor till it's to the right of the vertex. All right, it's to the right. Hit enter. And now somewhere in the middle, we'll try to guess where that vertex is. And it tells us it's at 1,085. So my y value must have been off from the example in class, because remember it was 1,000 and the value was 25. But either way, that's how you solve it. And so our vertex is 1,000, 85. And it's based off of that formula right up there. So that's how you can do it. You could have set your window. You can see how the x minimum is really far down there. And so, you know, you can play around with your window to try to make it fit. Like, I can make the maximum on my x maybe the 0, and I can make the minimum on my y 0 and make the maximum 50. And this might show us the graph a little bit better. Oh no, we don't want that. We want the x min to be 0 and the x max to be like 2,000. Sorry. And the y min, that should give us decent picture of our parabola. Well, maybe not. So again, I would say zooming out might be the better way. I don't usually mess with the window too much. And so when you're ready to get your graph back to normal, you can just hit zoom 6 and that'll bring it back to your standard window. Okay, that's how to put stuff in your calculator. Bye.